me to myself. त्यहाँदेखि त्यति बेला कसो गरे अब त्यस्तो खतरा त आउँथेन फोटोसप है। त्यहाँदेखि सिकेँ, आई स्पेन्डेड माई टाइम हुन्छ नि, आई लर्न फोटोसप। त्यति अब सिक्दा फोटोसप सिक्दा आई डिड त्यो न्युज लेटर त्यतिकै इभेन्चुअली त्यति बेला इभेन्चुअली द्याट वाज द बेस्ट डिजाइन मेरो लागि है त्यो न्युज लेटर। त्यति बेला अब एभ्री वान वाज प्राउड, अब हामीले पब्लिस गर्यो, हाम्रो डिपार्टमेन्टले पब्लिस गर्यो भनेर होइन, सबैजना खुसी। अब दामी थियो अब त्यति बेलाको टाइममा त, त्यो टाइम त वाज रियली गुड। तर अहिले आई समटाइम्स लुक, अब मेरोमा अझै आई स्टिल ह्याभ अल द फाइल्स, त्यो पहिलाको सिसिटीमा काम गरेको के केहरू सबै छ है, सानो कुराहरू। देन कोही बेला त्यो हार्ड डिस्क यसो हेर्छु कि आई जस्ट डिग इन्टु हार्ड डिस्क है। त्यति बेला चाहिँ अस्ति लास्ट मन्थ होला, आई थिङ्क इट वाज लास्ट मन्थ, आई स द्याट न्युज लेटर। त्यहाँदेखि यसो हेरेँ अनि आई वाज लाइक के गरेँ होला मैले, अब के हो यस्तो चाहिँ भने त्यस्तो हुन्छ नि। अब अहिले यो स्टेजमा पुगेर चाहिँ त्यस्तो लाग्छ मलाई, अलिकति राम्रो गरेका पनि हुन्थेछु है मैले, त्यस्तो भन्ने हुन्छ कि। बट देन आई डोन्ट रिग्रेट द्याट, किनकि त्यहीँदेखि स्टार्ट भयो। त्यहाँदेखि मैले अरू कुराहरू सिक्नु थालेँ, मैले फोटोसप सिकेँ, इलस्ट्रेटरहरू सिकेँ। त्यो टुल सिक्नेहरू कुरा त अब त्यो एभ्री वान क्यान लर्न हुन्छ नि, अलिकति मास्टर गऱ्यो भने एभ्री वान क्यान मास्टर हाउ टु युज सम टुलहरू। बट देन त्यति बेलादेखि चाहिँ मैले त्यो स्टार्ट भयो कि त्यो डिजाइनहरू गर्ने, त्यस्तोहरू गर्ने स्टार्ट भयो। एन्ड देन राइट नाउ अहिले म जहाँ छु म त्यही गरिरहन्छु, म त्यस्तै कामहरू गरिरहन्छु। आई डु वेब युआई डिजाइन, ग्राफिक डिजाइन, त्यस्तैहरू आई डु अल अफ दिस थिङ्स है, त्यस्तो हो। सो इट डिड नट गो टु वेस्ट। मैले त्यति बेला जे पनि गरेँ, मैले अलिकति एक्स्ट्रा टाइम स्पेन्ड गरेँ त्यो फोटोसप सिक्नको लागि। मेबी आई स्टेड ओभरनाइट अलिकति है, फोटोसप सिकेँ। बट देन इट पेड अफ। अहिले म त्यही स्किलले गर्दा नै आइएम राइट हियरदेखि स्टार्ट भयो, कसरी राम्ररी मजाले। त्यहाँदेखि मैले अरू कुराहरू अनि त्यस्तै कुरा हो। सो टाइम इज भेरी भ्यालुएबल है, टाइम चाहिँ कहिले वेस्ट नगर्नु। डोन्ट स्पेन्ड टाइम अननेसेसरीली, अब केही नगरी त्यो त्यस्तै बसिरहेर है। अहिले त झन् इट्स everything is so easy right now. You have everything right in like त्यो अम्लीमै छ, टक फोनहरू थिचेँ सबै कुरा भइहाल्छ। इट्स सो इजी। सो वी हेभ टु लर्न टु म्यानेज टाइम है, वी हेभ टु नो हाउ टु म्यानेज टाइम, यु हेभ टु म्यानेज युर सेल्फ, त्यस्तो कुराहरू। सो ओके, लास्ट थिङ, लास्ट वान पोइन्ट ल। सो when you start settling for less, you will start losing passion for your life. Now let's understand this. So after diploma, not after diploma. So most of us, like, we join diploma maybe after 10, right? Most of us join after 10. And then we spend 3 years in diploma. If you want to go for higher studies, plus 3 years in your BTech, right? 3 years in BTech. Then 6 years. So between that span, then they can already, before you get your job, your span, it's a really good time. You got अब त्यो स्कुलमा त के हो कि अब सानै हुन्छ, त्यस्तो अब सोचहरू हुँदैन। बट देन अब त्यो स्प्यान अफ टाइम, त्यो डिप्लोमा गर्नु र बिटेक सक्नुको बिचमा चाहिँ द्याट्स अ भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट सेक्सन अफ यर लाइफ। देयर यु मिट एभ्री वान हुन्छ नि, फ्रम पिपल फ्रम अल अराउन्ड हुन्छ नि, आफ्नै सोच, दे हेभ देयर ओन थट, दे हेभ देयर ओन vision to your particular thing, right? So it's like a very, very, very like crucial time. So your phase much you have to incorporate as much as you can. Right now, wherever you are, I think at CCCT much, right? So it's a best place to be in right now. Your stage much. So you see a lot of people you meet. I like obviously COVID later, but then it's all good. You all are at a very great place. So try to incorporate everything, try to interact with people, right? Or students or you might have a different thought to something, but they might have a better thought. They might even have a better thought. Right? So you have to interact with people, meet with people. This is the parane. So I'll tell you one story. So I have a friend, right? His name is Avinash Kurung. I don't know if you all know it. So he's a really good friend and close to me. And we completed our diploma together. So he was in my same batch, right? CSE might hear. And then after diploma, he moved on to Kolkata. And even I moved on to Kolkata, but I went there to do my graduations, BTech on the. But then he went there and joined a sales team. So he was in a sales team for one company. I actually don't remember the name, but he was in a sales company, right? And I think he spent 2 years there, sales team. 2 years उसले त्यहाँ बितायो. मैले 3 वर्ष बिताएँ बिटेक गर्दा. अनि 2 वर्षमै he came back. He moved back to his home place. He's from Singtam, right? He moved back to his home place, Majitar, and he started a restaurant. SMIT which Majitarma, right? He started a restaurant. He knew, he understood that he has to do that because I move sang basti pani. So I knew usko huncha ni tyam, usko त्यो vibes, usko personality. He was into that thing. Although he did diploma in computer science, but eventually he moved on and he opened up a really nice restaurant. It's called Stumble In. So if you ever happen to like do your BTech in SMIT, so जान्छ होला एक ना एक दिन है. अनि Stumble In भन्ने छ. So he's happy right now. He's very passionate about what he's doing right now. So he owns that restaurant and he's like completely happy to own that. So it's all about passion. So it's not necessary that your engineering गरेर चाहिँ engineering हुनुपर्छ. That's not the thing. Do what you love. So जस्तो मैले भने त्यो टाइम चाहिँ it's just a phase मात्रै हो. Engineering गरिरहेको छ, but then eventually you'll not become an engineer. सबैजना engineer हुँदैन है, because you have your own potential. You know what you have to do in life. है कसैलाई someone loves to sing, someone loves to dance, someone has their own style of art form, own style of passion. So always follow that. So if you are trying to settle for less, so you'll miss that. Just so I love design. मलाई डिजाइनहरु मन पर्छ, मलाई इन्टरेक्सनहरु मन पर्छ, अब त्यो एप्लिकेसनहरु कसरी चल्छ. I love those things. तर मैले if मैले इन्जिनियरिङ सकेर म कोर वेमा गएको भए, कोर सफ्टवेयर डेभलपमेन्ट त्यस्तो कोर इन्जिनियरिङ फिल्डमा गएको, I would not be happy. एक दुई दिन खुसी हुन्थ्यो होला है, एक दुई दिन खुसी हुन्थ्यो होला, काम गर्थ्यो होला, बट देन इभेन्चुअली त्यो भित्र हुन्छ नि, होइन त्यस्तो नगर्नुपर्ने थिएछ खालको टाइप्स हुन्छ. त्यसकारण यु आर किलिङ यर प्यासन. So always do what you love, always do what you are passionate about. So it's not necessary त्यो engineering गरेर चाहिँ engineering हुनुपर्छ भने it's not necessary है. So it's all up to you, right? Whatever you love to do, whatever you want, you will do it. So this was the third thing, and so this was just some few of very important things. You have to follow in your life, you have to practice in your life, you have to avoid these things. So okay, actually I'm about to sum up, but I'll just tell you few more things that you can always incorporate in life. You have to practice day to day your skill. So number one skill, it's I just have maybe 5 points. So number 1 point is communication and interpersonal skill. This is like completely important. Like if you go to industries, I mean, everyone faces this problem. Ask your employer, you're an employer, you're an HR, and even ask your teachers, they will tell the same. So what we are lacking is our communication skill. Communication skill, it doesn't jot down to writing, reading, learning foreign languages. It's not all about that. It's about how you communicate with people, how well you can put your ideas into them. So it's all about that. So I like main industry problem. You ask your teacher, you ask your employer, main problem they will tell them this communication skill. Second important thing, decision making. So it's not the decision making. Our decision making is our sounds like a decision making though. This one, but then you have to know when you have to be very sound and clear, right, when you are making a decision. So you don't miss. If you are deciding something, you decide it so that you don't regret later. If you are going to regret or not, but then you have to be very strong. Do not delay in making decisions. You decide now or never. So you have to be very, very, very focused on deciding something. Right? अनि अर्को not last अर्को point छ creative thinking. So अब creative thinking भन्दामै अब यस्तो हुन्छ नि त्यो art form त्यस्तो टाइपको हैन. But then creative thinking भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब to solve some problem क्या अब हाम्रो लाइफ त्यही हो. अब we are in this world to create problem and to solve problem. यो भन्दा ज्यादा केही छैन लाइफमा. Someone might create problem, you yourself might create a problem, but then you have to know it how to solve it, and you have to know it how to solve it creatively. If something doesn't work, you have to have an option B. If option B doesn't work, you have to have a creative way to solve it with option C. So you always need to carry plans, plan A, plan B, always carry plans and always solve any problem in a very creative way. Right? Then next is self-awareness. You have to be aware of yourself. What is going around you? Where are you right now? Whom are you circled with? Right? How your friend circles are? Whom are you mingling around with? People, you have to be very aware of people around you. Nowadays, so if you're doing a business, you don't connect to people for business. You connect to people. You like directly. You have to connect personally with people. So you are not creating a business. You are creating a personal connection. You have to connect to people to create business. You don't create business. You don't connect to business to create a business. You have to personally connect to a person. So you have to know who are around you, whom you have to interact with, and like whom you have to connect with. So the business model, it's completely changed. So the business to business, this the communication is. So like if I ask you, do you need as a company through do you need a website? Do you have any requirements? Hardly people will respond, right? But then if I personally as a part of that company, personally text do you need a website? They will be more curious and they will try to open up more. I don't know your company, sano company or thulo company or kasto mancheharu cha hai kati jana cha. I will not know that, so I will not try to open up with them. But then if I'm directly connecting to a single soul, to a single person, I'm interacting with this person, I'm talking to this person. So the conversation, requirements are so you're building brand, building business, it's all about connecting personally. It's not about connecting your business to business. So you have to be very aware of whom you are talking to, whom you have around, whom you are keeping it, whom you are letting go. Right? So you have to be you have to take care of those things. So I think I'm going too long. So I think that is all I have for you all. So let's try to practice these things. Let's try to practice all these behaviors. Let's try to incorporate good things. I think everyone is at home. Safe and I know times I know online classes are, but then I'm sure the online classes it's not like hectic and it's not like deadly scheduled as how normal classes are. So it's like really smooth. So you have a lot of time. So just utilize it. Internet, internet connectivity, but then internet, just utilize it. Utilize in a good way. Time. Do not spend sitting idly time. So when you get into job or when you get into doing something, you'll not get a single personal time. And then I haven't trimmed my hair after lockdown. And then I laid lockdown. I can't even go out. So I don't have this skill to case or cut me. All from me. Right? If anything questions or just let me know.
Yeah, thank you so much. Like I want to ask you one question. Like you are from it's in West Sikkim, so even I am from West Sikkim. So in that time from Gazing to Bangalore, that journey was like it was more stressing for you, right? So how you take the journey, like where you are and where you went that time?
Okay, I'll tell you my journey, like exact journey. So let's start from CCCT. Let's start from the gazing. So from gazing, I class 5 or something, I studied there, and then I moved on to Don Bosco. Good grammar school, gazing. So I moved to Don Bosco. Don Bosco, I spent it 2-3 years. Then I moved to Akyong, St. Xavier's. Then I came back. Then I came to CCT. Then in CCT got a very CCT is okay. Then I think I got placement. CCT placement back there. I was really grateful and I was happy about it. Then in the placement, I was really excited. I'm really excited. Then I moved to Delhi. And then I stayed there for 7-8 months. Pressure. You have to complete your graduation. BTech okay, I came back to Kolkata. Aramli BTech okay, mostly BTech okay. But then our college was so serious okay. Our college it was so halka huncha ni केही थिएन त्यस्तो सारो कामहरु त्यस्तो पढिरहनु पर्दैन and plus it was a plus point CCT बाट सकेको I knew most of the things. It was just like a revision जस्तो मात्रै हुन्थ्यो त्यो BTech मा चाहिँ. So I had time त्यतिबेला मेरोमा टाइम थियो मज्जाको टाइम थियो. So I spent it in good things है कतिवटा कुरा सिके त्यस्तोहरु भयो त्यहाँदेखि BTech okay. त्यहाँदेखि सक्ने बित्तिकै I came to Bangalore है Bangalore आउँदा त्यतिबेला अब बेंगलोरमा चाहिँ मेरो दिदी यतै हुनुहुन्थ्यो यतै काम गर्नुहुन्थ्यो so that I had a place to stay है त्यहाँदेखि म टक्कै बेंगलोर आएँ त्यहाँदेखि यता बसेँ त्यहाँदेखि I looked up for some companies है किनकि I was very sure के what I'll do next where I'll get भनेर त्यस्तो चाहिँ हुनुपर्छ you have to know where you are going to अनि त्यो दिमागमा चाहिँ so यो पनि गर्ने त्यो पनि गर्ने यस्तो गर्ने त्यस्तो चाहिँ हुनु हुँदैन you have to be very clear about what like where you will be in next 1 year 2 year 3 year or a number of years it's very clear hunनुपर्छ. So I was clear about it more UI UX designer so I picked up a few companies अब companies अब obviously अब the MNC त्यस्तोतिर पाउन त it was really difficult for me freshers मा and I was also a self taught designer so मैले कुनै कोर्सहरु गरेको थिएन त्यस्तो so it was really difficult so I picked up some few companies यसो खोजे इन्टरनेटमा सानो कम्पनीजहरु खोजे and then out of all that I listed out 5 companies. त्यो 5 companies मा I sent it my resume है उनीहरुको आफ्नै कम्पनी इमेलमा resume पठाए out of that 3 responded 3 पनि हैन होला 3 नै हो 3 responded. एउटामा त फर्स्टमा त दुईटामा चाहिँ इन्टरभ्यु गए एउटामा चाहिँ इन्टरभ्युको लागि पनि बोलाएन रेस्पोन्ड त गरे तर बोलाएन सो दुईटा कम्पनी मात्रै बाँचेको थियो मेरोमा. And then एउटा फर्स्टमा एउटा इन्टरभ्यु गए त्यहाँनिर चाहिँ त्यो पनि एउटा राम्रो कम्पनी थियो it was a startup है but then अब the environment was good and what I was looking for was there so I was happy त्यहाँ पनि मैले पाएँ and then within 5 days I got a call from the first company second company अनि त्यो कम्पनीमा पनि like इन्टरभ्युको लागि गएँ and even I got selected there so I had 2 choices right where I'm supposed to go and then obviously यताउता यसो डिसाइड गरेँ सोचेँ हैन and then I chose the second one so राम्रै भयो I chose that second one because the first one was like really not into those things त्यो हुन्छ नि उनीहरुले they were not too much into designing they were too much into their development त्यस्तोहरु मात्रै थियो so I knew I was clear किनकि म त्यो फर्स्टमा गयो भने I'll not make a good progress in life I'll not make a good progress in my career so I chose the second one. So that has to be everyone has to be like very clear and strong in this thing ki what you are choosing cost the decision this kind so because I wherever I am I'm good and I'm happy so that was all journey.
Thank you so much but like when you started this conversation you said like malai testo boldaunदैन but I think that was unfair because you imparted so many knowledge and even we are still live on YouTube so yeah, join so apart from that they are on YouTube so thank you so much once again and one thing I want to let you all know that we have seniors working in different companies different fields so even here at Skin we have provided an email ID so if anyone wants to connect with them if anyone wants to know more about them they can connect with email and even with Vijay sir he will share contact of course so thank you so much bro. Thank you so much.
Thanks everyone. Thanks everyone. Thanks.
So moving forward on the same, like I just Anup sir, welcome you on the session, and here we have Mr. Adarsh Kharel. Mr. Adarsh Kharel is from Kamjer, West Bengal, and he is now residing at Saramsa Garden, Gantok, and his place of work is Netspack Solutions, Gantok, and current designation is software developer. And he is into a software development, and his area of work is, of course, the software industry. And his job profile is develop model apps for Android. So the journey he will sharing with us the journey of life and influence of technology therein. So I just want to handle this to Mr. Adarsh Kharel. Over to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. First of all, good evening to everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you are audible. So, it will be good if you on your video. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Internet connectivity is not so good. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So the topic that I had selected, even I had forgotten by now. The journey of life, influence of technology therein. Anyway. So just some basic information about me. As Prajal already introduced me, so I had joined CCCT in 2008, and I passed out in 2011. Then I went to SMIT for 3 years. I did my bachelor's. Then I went to Bangalore for a few months. Tried doing something, tried searching for a job, but then I gave up within a week. And then I joined IIHT for some training, networking and stuff like that. And there I just got to know about like education in Germany. It was free for all students. So I tried my luck. I went to Germany. I studied masters in automotive software engineering for 3 years, and I came back. And since then, I have been working here in Gangtok at Netspec Solutions, which is a startup from Sikkim, and we are just around 14-15 developers and hardware and network engineers, and it's fun. It's fun working out here. So, talking about the journey of life, I think everyone has their own peculiar journey in life. There are no two journeys that are the same. There is some difference, that one journey shares with another, and my journey is also a little different from others, as in most of them who go out, like go abroad, they don't want to return, but then I wanted to, and I am I'm happy being back home, because life is not just about money. I know I'm deviating from one topic to another, but then people go abroad for money. I mean, that's the basic thing. But to me, money is not everything. I mean, it is something. It matters a lot. But then still, I think we can earn here. We can use our talent to serve our own place, our own country. Because our country has wasted a lot of resources for us, like from KG to class 10 and diploma and then bachelor's. We have wasted a lot of resources, and then just going abroad for 2-3 years, studying there, and then being a part of their economy doesn't sound good. I mean, doesn't make much sense. It's just personal profit. Anyway, technology, technology has always been a part of my life, ever since the first time when Dad bought a computer in 2003. I used to just scroll around, and then there was the internet was not there actually at that time. Later on, we had these dial-up modems with this connections like tek tek tuk tuk and all stuff like that, and we used those to connect to internet. The speed was very bad, and then I learned about registry editor and how to change the start menu buttons and stuff like that, small things about the computer. And that was what made me more interested in programming, because till class 10 I didn't have much idea about programming. Like 9 and 10 we had Java at school, but then we were not taught properly, so we had to memorize things like if this and that and the whole program, public static void main. So and then I heard of CCCT. I wanted to do my diploma out there, and so instead of pursuing higher studies like higher secondary studies, I opted for diploma. Then the story began, and right now almost everyone is influenced by technology, because almost everyone has a smartphone. Almost everyone uses a laptop or a computer in some form or another. Internet is being used by everyone. So technology has actually encroached our lives a lot. And I just have a message for everyone, like be engrossed by it. It's good to use technology, but do not be used by it. Do not keep on going to Facebook or Instagram and then keep on surfing, late night and stuff like that. You just have to know, the limits, the good and bad of social networking or technology as in general. So using a mobile phone, you don't have any barrier, because right now you have monthly or 3-month packs, and then you have enough internet to do anything you want. But then you must know how to limit yourself, to bind yourself, set a boundary. This is my message for all kids who are starting out there. I know you all are kids now. When it doesn't seem much, but then almost 10 years have passed since I passed out. So you guys are still kids. I wish you all the best. Don't just focus on memorizing everything, studying by heart. You just have to focus on getting to know, the technology involved, getting to know the logic involved in everything. Don't just go around memorizing things. This is all that I have to say. I mean, I don't have much. I don't think I'm an achiever. So for me, life should be as simple as possible. So yeah, that's that. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Like, can I add one question on the same?
Yeah, sure.
You have started your journey into this technology frame from CCCT, right? After that, you did BTech, and after that you go for higher studies to outside, right? You studied at Germany. So what you find in between, like CCT Bola and studying at Germany, like how the way you miss CCT that time while studying at Germany?
Okay. To be practical, I never missed anything. Like I'm that kind of a person who lives in the moment, so I didn't miss anything. But then when we connect with our teachers, like our lecturers and our old friends, then we start missing, we start reminiscing. And the difference is that I don't know about other institutions. I mean, the difference between CCCT and other institutions, other institutions in and around India, is that CCCT is very practical oriented, and teachers there are they know a lot, and they're always there to help, either by scolding or by persuading. However it is, they're always there to help, and that is what lacks in most of the other institutions. Like in SMIT, or even when I went abroad, people like the teachers do not give us enough care, because there are lots of students. They don't care for each and every one, and we have to go to meet them personally and ask them questions. Only then, they'll care for us. But then in CCT, individual care is given, whether you ask it or not. Sometimes it may seem a little overwhelming. You don't expect that, and kind of has a negative connotation to it. But then at other times, most of the times, it is really a positive thing, And I really thank CCCT, especially teachers like Vijay sir and Anup sir and Prerna ma'am. I'm really grateful to them because they've really cleared the basics for me. Because before coming to CCT, as I said, I didn't understand anything about programming, but then these teachers made, they cleared my mind, and then it was like kind of an instant, I don't know, instant thing, I became a good student in computer. I don't know, but then everything, it goes to Vijay sir especially. He has been a great mentor.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Adarsh Farel. And for those who are here as a listener, those who are listening, or those who are watching in our live video streaming on YouTube, so I just wanted to let you know that he's from West Bengal and he's working in Sikkim. In Sikkim, what happens is like everyone start complaining when it comes to computer engineering, right? Because there is no job at Sikkim. सिक्किममा जब नै छैन, इभन गभर्मेन्ट विल नट अलाउ द कम्प्युटर साइन्सको भ्याकेन्सी नै निस्केको छैन. सो मिस्टर आदर्श खरेल इज अ बिग एक्जाम्पल फर द्याट. दो ही स्टडिड एट जर्मनी एन्ड ही केम ब्याक टु द own India, own nation. So that's a big thing and huge respect for you. Thank you so much, Mr. Adarsh Farel and even Mr. Bhuvan Mukhia. And now I want to give this platform to Anup sir, if you kindly keep your words on the session, sir.
Thank you, Prajal. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah, actually, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak and to interact with all of you. And thank you, Prajal. Thank you, Vijay sir. Thank you, Adarsh. Thank you, Bhuvan, for giving your thought. And actually I'm outside my home, so therefore there may be some disturbances. Please bear with me. It is great opportunity to interact with all the students, those who are our alumni, and their remembrance to our institute and their involvement to our institute is great to see. We didn't expect when Vijay sir talked about the program with me, we didn't expect this much of overwhelming responses from all the seniors. But with whom we have contacted, all has responded. And this program has been for 4 weeks right now. Right, Prajal? This is the 4th week. Right?
Yes, sir.
So we are really, really overwhelmed with the support given by the seniors, by the pass out student to our institute and our students who are in the institute. We hope to work together with you, all the students, and we will be better always. We every day at least a little bit of betterment we will keep on doing. Though somehow the number of students increase, therefore the individual care is little bit less, but still we are doing as much as possible to us. And that was actually the great idea of CCCT. The personal touch with the student, what others had said or one had said, that is actually the idea of CCCT. But due to some constraint, the way we are growing, there is a little bit deviation from that idea. But we are trying to keep it up, and we will be keeping the pace whenever we get the opportunity. And to the students who are presently with us, for them, it is not that the negative thing only that you have to think about. there are positive things. There are students who has done CCCT and actually build the career on top of CCCT. So if you ask me to tell, then I'll obviously say that CCCT is not the institute where you get all the opportunity, but I'll definitely say CCCT is the step where you can progress. And if you put right foot on CCCT and then you climb the ladder, then the ladder will obviously going to be beneficial for all of you. हामी कतिखेर अलिकति सारो कतिखेर बिस्तारो गाली गर्ने यताउता जे पनि हुन्छ, at the end of the day our objective is to benefit the student. If a student does better than us or better than any his competitor or his classmate, it is always a pleasant experience for us. हामीलाई सधैं खुशी लाग्छ if any student do a little bit good than any other student of any other institute. So therefore we are trying to keep that up, and if the student helps and if we closely knitted एउटा family भएर CCCT ले काम गर्यो भने, yes, CCCT has the potential. We have delivered in the previous years, so we will be able to deliver in the coming years. That is what I want to say. Be positive. Keep your mind positive. That if you do good in CCCT and then you go out, then there is a world which will be open for you. So यो मात्रै हैन कि फाइल लेख्न लाउँछ, यो गर्न लाउँछ, त्यो गर्न लाउँछ मात्रै भन्नु हैन. That is a case. Yes, your difficulties is understood, but it has helped to many students in many ways. So therefore some student फाइल लेख्दा हेल्प हुन्छ होला, कसैलाई प्र्याक्टिकलमा बस्दा हेल्प हुन्छ होला, कसैलाई क्लासमा बस्दा हेल्प हुन्छ होला, कसैलाई प्रोजेक्ट बनाउँदा हेल्प हुन्छ होला, बट सम वे अर अदर यता उता काहीँ न काहीँबाट हामीले तिमीहरूलाई हेल्प गर्न चाहिँ खोजेको छ. एन्ड दैट विल कीप अन डुइङ. हाम्रो जतिसम्म हाम्रो आँट बल र हाम्रो दिमागले पुग्छ त्यहाँसम्म चाहिँ हामी पक्का पनि हेल्प गर्छ. वी आर अलवेज पोजिटिभ एज अ टिचर. will help you. And students, as a student you come forward with a positive mindset and we'll grow together. तिमीहरु जति ठुलो हुन्छ, जति ग्रो गर्छ, हामी पनि त्यति नै ग्रो गर्छ. स्टुडेन्ट ग्रो गरेन भने obviously the institute will not grow. All the teachers grow, the institute will not grow. The student has to grow. You come with positive mindset, be positive. We will be there always for you. That is for the current student. Perfect हैन. We have अलिकति राम्रो अलिकति नराम्रो काहीँ न काहीँ obviously हुन्छ as a institute. It is a big institute now, 500 plus students are there. So काहीँ न काहीँ हुन्छ, but all thing you have to take it in positive stride and go forward. So I want to thank all the participants here. I can see Sujala ma'am, I can see some other Ranjan Mishra sir, I can see Saurabh Suman, and a lot of other people. So to all, thank you very much for participating. And Adarsh Kharel and Bhuvan Mukhia, especially thank you for your contribution. And Vijay sir, it is great that you have taken the initiative to organize this, and all the students who are actually coordinating the event, they are great. And Prajal, you are good. Keep it up. Be positive. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Sir, जसरी भन्नु पनि like when sir ले अब like alumni contact गर्नुभयो, no one discard हैन, सबैजना आउनुभयो. So it's a beauty of our institute, and I want to give this over to Vijay sir. Vijay sir. Vijay sir, are you there, sir? Okay, maybe some issues with Vijay sir, and I want to thank each and everyone who are present out here and who are been in the live session on YouTube also. It's streaming there, and I want to thank Vijay sir. Due to some network connectivity delay, I want to thank Sujala ma'am for being here, Ranjan sir, and especially thanks to Anup sir and the two speakers. Those are the alumni of CCCT.